Hi, my name is Claudia Valle. I'm a program supervisor for the Olympic GRYD Zone for Breaking Through Barriers to Success. So a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. I grew up in the area of 6th and Rampart and 6th and Coronado. I am the oldest of 5 siblings. I lived in a household with 2 parents, a single apartment, which was very small. I had to sleep in the floor. We had bunk beds, and some of my brothers and my sister had to share a bed. So I was the oldest. I lived in a toxic environment in the middle of domestic violence. So I experienced that throughout my whole childhood years. Seeing my father beating up my mother, me being getting in the middle, me getting beat. So I went through the different episodes throughout my life that were rough. Growing up also in an area where it was just a lot of gangs, a lot of drugs, seeing individuals that I grew up with getting killed on a weekly basis. I will see like 2, 3 different killings in a week. It was rough growing up like that throughout those struggles. And in the middle of it, of my life, both of my brothers, my younger siblings, ended up joining the gang in the area where I grew up in. They also started getting lost in drug addiction, and me seeing that, it was rough for me because I feel like I had to be the strongest one, and I had to be like the backbone to that family because I was the oldest. So there was a big burden placed on top of me. At the age of 14 years old, I started working and being very independent. I worked in a panaderia that was like right around the corner from where I lived at, just to make ends meet. It was rough growing up, as I mentioned, with 5 siblings and really low poverty, no income. So I had to find my job since I was 14 years old. We used to go recycle cans when we were little to make ends meet and to have a meal at the house. I can think of a day that I never lost a meal because we will go above and beyond our way to make sure that we ate, whether it was recycling, whether it was my brothers, sometimes even committing crimes to make sure that we had food in our house, or me at the end of the age of 14, I started working. Throughout my life, I continued growing up in the area. I got to when I was like 20 years old, I got to meet my husband. Also, that was also gang involved. And throughout the time, we had 3 kids. And it was rough to also see him go through different phases of different struggles of addiction, being in the lifestyle of gangs, everything that came with that lifestyle. It was just rough for me seeing that. And on April 30th of 2012, that's when it was like a big shocker for me. The only person that I felt that I was very close to, which it was my husband, and the only person that knew all my struggles what I've been through when I was young, which it was also my husband. I ended up losing him into the system. He got sentenced to 18 years, and I got left to be by myself with 3 kids on my own. So I felt a little lost. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna overcome this? But the only thing that I could think of is like I have to get back to school. As a single mom with 3 kids, it was very tough. I had to get back to school. I worked full-time job, and I went to school full-time at night, and then also struggled with the mommy duties. I went ahead and I got my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. It wasn't easy. It was very tough 3 years, but I managed 4 years, but I managed to get my bachelor's into criminal justice in the focus of administration. And then from there, I got a job as a community intervention worker working in the field that I'm in now, which is gang intervention. I knew that this was my passion. I knew that this is what I wanted to do because I wanted to go back and go back to the community where I knew that there was so much violence, there was so much going on in that area, but there was really no support, and there was nobody giving the help. I wish that when I was young, at an age where I went through so many struggles, I wish I had a program. I wish I had somebody that will talk to me, that will guide me through, and I wouldn't have to have been crying so much as I did as a young little girl and struggling through my life. If I really had somebody to mentor me, somebody to guide me, I didn't have that support. So if I knew that I was going to be able to make an impact by coming back to my community and working in this field, to me, it was a blessing. It was a blessing. I'm very grateful. I started as a CIW. Even in this field, it hasn't been easy for me. I started as a CIW as a female. It's a male-dominant position, so it's you know, the credibility for a woman to work in this field, it's tough. But I went through those challenges and I still managed through. I asked for a case manager position and I was rejected. I trained some, like my boss now, actually, I trained him in the field that we're in, and he got the position that I always wanted at one point. But they felt I wasn't worth enough for that position. I'm grateful that my boss now, he's here in the agency where I work at, and he knew those struggles that I had gone through, and he knew that I always try to grow within myself, and that I have a heart and I have a passion for what I do. And coming back to the community that I serve was a huge blessing. So a position open as a program manager, and I was offered that position, and not in the blink of an eye, I said yes, and I took that offer, and here I am as a program manager. Now working for Breaking Through Barriers to Success and serving the population that is in really high need. And what best to see that it's me here, because I know the need that there is here. I know the necessity. I know that a lot of the youth that we service right now, if they had just one mentor, as I wish I had, can make so much in a big impact into their life. So our team here at Breaking Through Barriers to Success in the Olympic Grid Zone, throughout the year, we do a lot of community involvement, which consists of Christmas giveaways, like toy giveaway. For Thanksgiving, we give out turkeys to our communities. This last year, we went to different communities within the area of the grid zone and provided a lot of families with a turkey for Thanksgiving. Also, we did at Lafayette Park, we distribute over 100 turkeys also to the community. We went to Normandy Park. So we go ahead and we spread throughout the area of Olympic Grid Zone to make sure that we are providing resources. Something that is very impactful for me and working in this field, it's helping other women that are going through the same struggles that I went through. We have a lot of youth in this area, a lot of women in this area that are facing a lot of the challenges that I went through when I was younger. So I set myself as an example, as a role model, that even at times when they're facing adversity, a lot of them are single moms, that we don't need to stop there, that we can continue pushing going forward, that we can continue pushing, educating ourselves and growing within ourselves to succeed. So to me, that's huge. To me, that's huge to see another woman rise. It makes me proud to see another woman succeed. It makes me proud, and it's like a passion of mine to mentor another women that know, and I know that they're facing the same challenges and struggles that I faced growing up. Breaking Through Barriers to Success means a lot to me. It was the agency that gave me the opportunity to show the skills, to show everything that I've gained in this field for the past few years. Is an agency that gave me the opportunity for growth. I cannot be more thankful and grateful for my boss and believing in me when I got shut down many times. And being back here in this agency and seeing the amazing work that we're doing and seeing how many people are getting impacted by the services that we're providing, how many success stories we have, how we're turning lives around. It's such a blessing. It's such a blessing. I can't say no more than that. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful that I'm here.